Hello guys, welcome to another review with TC. Welcome to the new patch 8.8 premium designer table, the anniversary port. Absolutely cracking looking thing, isn't it? So, as I promised in my last video, welcome. We are looking at Thunderer, HMS Thunderer. So, HMS Thunderer, as per our notification here, it was only designed, it's a 1949 design, and it was a battleship with increased firepower based on the British experience of ship construction gained during World War II. It was notable because it had 457mm guns, which were developed in the early 1920s, but were the most powerful British naval artillery system ever fitted to a ship. So, Thunderer is the sister, or the brother, depending on how you put it, to Conqueror. However, there's a couple of very easy to spot differences between Thunderer and Conqueror. Number one, Conqueror will now only mount the triple-barreled, smaller caliber 419mm guns. So Conqueror will now only have these guns, mainly because from what the devs found and the data that they've shared with us, that virtually 90% of players actually played Conqueror with the 419mm guns. They've got a lower caliber, a quicker rate of fire, and obviously you're putting more shells downrange with her. So it made sense, basically, if you had the 457s researched and fitted, you received the experience back and you got the credits back for them, but you were only allowed the 419s now. It seems a semi-sensible choice, although I do feel sorry for those Conqueror players who preferred the 457mm. I played her with both and I can take a lever. However, I now don't have to lever at all, because with Thunderer, all you get is the 457mm. So I've now got two choices of which one I want to play, Thunderer or Conqueror. For visual representation, the easiest way to spot whether you're playing against a Conqueror or a Thunder, besides the name, is to look on the aft deck here. As you can see on Conqueror, she only has the mounts that you see here, whereas with Thunderer, you can see we have a nest of AA at the back here. There's a little bit improved AA around the superstructure and at the front of the ship as well. Obviously the biggest difference at the turrets, you can tell whether she's a double or a triple quite easily as well. How does this change Thunderer from Conqueror? Well, they both got exceptional HE performance. Conqueror in my setup has a 52% chance of fire out of the 12 shells that she fires. Thunderer, with her 8 shells, has a 65% chance of fire and 113mm of HE shell penetration. Conqueror has a 104mm penetration with a HE shell. So the phenomenal HE that you expect from Conqueror is still there, but slightly bigger shells with Thunderer. I've equipped them both pretty much the same. There is a couple of changes that I've made between my Conqueror setup and my Thunderer setup, and ones that I would recommend you explore yourself, okay? First and foremost, if we go to modules and have a look at our additions, as you can see, with Thunderer, I'm running the coal consumable for the damage control part in Mod 1, the full damage control system Mod 1, aiming system Mod 1, damage control system Mod 2, concealment, and modification 2 on the guns. Conqueror, I'm running pretty much the same, except I'm running the repulsion modification rather than the damage modification. The reason for that is that Conqueror does have what has been termed the Royal Naval Super Heal. So as you can see, she returns 1,989 hit points per second for 20 seconds. So that's basically not far off 40,000 HP that you can recover in 20 seconds with the heal. And with it being a premium consumable, she has 3 of them. I do run Superintendent as well, so you get 4 of those with the Superintendent skill. So that's basically 160,000 HP of heal ability for the Conqueror with this repair. With Thunderer, as you can see, we get defensive AA, which is kind of a neither here nor there skill. However, the Conqueror and Thunderer, by that chance as well, have a really strong AA skill. So this just boosts up the initial impact of that against any planes. Couple of times when I've been out with CVs with this ship, it's just been phenomenal to just see the immediate bang and the down sort of thing. So she is very dangerous for you CV players. You'll notice that our heal is up to 5 from 4. However, as you can see, it's half the repair, but it is 8 seconds longer. So while it's only 596, which is it's 75% down virtually on the super heal, you do get more and it does last longer. So you're still not getting that big heal that you're used to with Conqueror, but it reloads a lot quicker, as you can see, in sub 1 minute there. You've got 5 of them as opposed to 4, even with Superintendent, which I am running on this, I believe. Bear with the game, it's just a little bit. It's just locked up here while I'm doing this. So there we go. Since it's nicely moved us on, here's the captain setup that I'm running as well for you. This is a 19-point captain. So I've gone with Preventative, I've gone with Expert Marksman, with Adrenaline Rush, with Demo, Concealment, Superintendent, and I'm also running Fire Prevention. So it knocks 10% off the chance of getting fire, and it means I can get a maximum of 3 fires, which is totally controllable with this ship and with its reloads and everything like that. Recommendation for you for your first 4 skills, if you were putting a 10-point captain in from the word go, would be PM with Adrenaline Rush, with Superintendent, and with Fire Prevention. And then add the other skills around it as you go. I think that would be a much safer setup for Thunderer for you, and Conqueror to some degree as well, because obviously you could share the captain if you wanted to. In terms of concealment, as you can see, 12.3 kilometers. She is a pretty stealthy ship, but again, it's something that you're used to, especially with Conqueror. So, you know, we're used to them being able to sneak around quite nicely, but at the same time have this huge range of 28.1 kilometers in my setup. You could increase the reload speed and slow your troop reverse down by putting it onto the main battery reload modification too. But you know, I'm happy with this system. It works quite nicely for me. Options that are available to you that you should also consider on your upgrades would be, instead of the damage control, the steering modification seems to do phenomenally well. I've seen Notsa do really well, and he's been able to get his steering down to about 9 to 10 seconds, which is absolutely phenomenal and makes the ship very maneuverable. So that's something to consider. I've gone for more of control the damage that I'm taking, because as you'll see in the replay, I do like to play a little bit further forward than normal. Conqueror is available for 252,000 coal in the armory. You'll find her under the ship section, not the premium ships, but the ship section here. As you can see, there she sits. I have already purchased her, so I can't show you. So I can only show you that it's 252,000. If you've got any of the discount codes or anything like that, obviously that will knock some price off. A big question is, should I get Thunderer, should I get Salem, Smolensk, Georgia, or Joan Bart? The easiest answer is, guys, it's entirely down to yourselves what ship you're going to choose and take. You know, we're very lucky. Wargaming has very kindly allowed us to have one of these for review. If you enjoy the Conqueror and you like playing that, you'll love Thunderer, because it's basically playing the Conqueror but with a couple of tweaks to her setup. In the current meta with the AA and the CV, I'm preferring to take my Thunderer out than take out Conqueror. But she is a lovely ship. I mean, I'm a big Royal Navy battleship fan as it is, and a Royal Naval ship anyway. Comes with the accent and comes with nation. But she's a stunning piece of work. Again, as always, a beautiful, beautiful model from Wargaming as well. The teak decking, the secondary turrets, all these multiple AA mounts as well, scattered around the ship. These big turrets with the big guns in them as well. And obviously this big nesting of AA at the stern of the ship. Beautiful piece of work, and I really do enjoy her. If you have every other ship from the coal variety and you are looking at her, bear in mind you may want to get that get the coal upgrade for your damage control system. It does help both Conqueror and Thunderer massively in a survivalist point of view, so I would strongly recommend that. Coming up in a few minutes, you're going to see, in a few seconds, you'll see a replay of a game I had in the Thunderer, to give you an idea of the kind of games I've been enjoying with her. It's probably more of just one of my normal games in her, if that can be said, although the damage is way above normal for me. wargaming trying to ring through there on this review. I'll answer it in a minute. But yeah, her damage is a bit above normal for me at the minute, mainly because she's such a new ship. But I will admit, I do love her a lot. I think she's awesome. She's my kind of ship. She's big, she's brutish. As you'll see in the review as well, we managed to get a huge amount of spotting damage as well as a reasonable chunk of damage as well. A lot of people will say, oh, well, you know, I can do better than that. Or more people will, wow, that's really good. She can produce good results and she can produce bad results. A lot of people may say, oh, not another British battleship that fires HE with ludicrously high amounts of, you know, fire chance. But reality is, yeah, she is. But her AP is very deadly. So never underestimate a Conqueror firing AP, especially with these 457s. The accuracy is wonderful. So yeah, my view on the Conqueror, you're going to enjoy her. Enjoy the replay, guys, and hopefully, you know, you'll drop the like. You maybe even subscribe to the channel if you're new. But I'll see you all on the next video. Enjoy the replay that's to follow. Ta-da, guys. Hey guys, you join me here on a replay of the Thunderer. This is about my 5th or 6th game. As you can see, I am divvied up here with Cheesy and Darkness from Bob's. Played it late on patch day launch for the review. So this is the first time. This is not the first time you've seen me play Thunder. I've played it probably 12 or 15 times now. But this is going to be the first review and live gameplay you're going to see of the ship with me. So initial discussion amongst the team was, where do you want to go? And the answer is, we're going to go to C. We're on Ridge map. So obviously it's a domination game with A, B, and C caps to contest. So it's going to be a good outing for the Thunderer. You'll get to see hopefully some decent work with her. I've watched a couple of fellow CC's reviews on the Thunderer, and I know that not everybody gets on with this ship. Particularly impressed with Knotz's review. If you haven't seen that, I do recommend you go and check it out. It's a fantastic video gameplay, and he does have it set up a slightly different way to me, which is also really effective. So there's multiple different ways you can set this ship up to work. So here we can see we're going to go towards the sea cap where the majority of our team is, and we're going to do a good chunk of work over here. So a bit of a zoom in and zoom out. We'll be heading this way. A bit of a weird glitch there on the replay. As you can see, we can see inside of the B turret there. But that's not a problem. Messing about with the horizon and the gun barrels popping up and down, which you'll see happen in quick succession as the Yoshini sails in front of us. There's the dip.
Enemy force detected.
So we've got an opposition armory spotted there. We've got a Kerfurst just popped up as well. Unfortunately, we can't get any targets on the armory, but there is a Hindenburg, so we're going to readjust our aim, and we're going to give the Hindenburg a shot, hopefully. See how we do. Oh, there's a Kerfurst in the back, so we're going to give it a bit of lead, but we decide against it. The Hindenburg is going to present a much more nicer target, I think, initially for us. There she is. Bit of lead. About there will do nicely. Oh! Huge noise from these guns. Unfortunately, typical British BB, we did have the HE loaded, not the AP. But we are going to be able to do that. As you can see, we've got a phenomenal concealment rating on this ship. And a decent range at 28.1 kilometers as well, so we can hit at distance, but not be spotted for quite a while, which is quite a nice thing to have. Again, at range into the Kerfurst. Are we going to take the shot? There we go. Over the ridge and far away, behind the cover is where we'll stay. So do we get any hits? Still waiting to find out. Oh, there we go. 2 penetrations, 1 fire. And the Kerfurst has already damage conned the fire. Oh, what are you playing at, buddy? What are you playing at? So 6k with just 2 shells is not too bad either. As you can see, we've got a Colbert on our team, hence the continuous rate of fire going in on this poor Hindenburg here. As of yet, our Kolberg has failed to connect. Can Thunderer do any better with our 457mm guns? It looks like it's going to be successful. Oh, look at that. 6,795 damage, a fire and an incapacitation, 3 hits. Where Colbert fails, Thunderer succeeds. Aiming at the Kurfürst now. Now we know the Kurfürst is already damage conned, so all he can do is re-heal if he wants to. These new gun sounds are absolutely brutal on your eardrums, especially when you wear headsets like I do. There we go, another fire, another 6.3k. You can tell there if you look at how quick my fire lasts on the ship, it's only 33 seconds, it's quite a short fire because of the setup I run. But we do run the repair as soon as we take a bit more damage there to let the heal work. As we've said before, the heal isn't as strong as the Conquerors. It's more of a, it's more like the gas cannon, the Republic's heal. It's quite short, but it's got a quick reload as well. 34k we're up to at the minute, but somebody is burning and burning nicely. We've got a Yoshini and a Republic there. We are still in the AP because we want to finish off this Hindenburg who's charging in. Shots out. Fire on the Hindenburg. Omri and the Kolberg gets the kill thanks to its rate of fire. So we've now got a fire on board. As you can see, it's almost run out. Shimakaze there, we've nearly finished loading our HE shells. Poor Shimakaze. We wait, catch them, sunshine. Nice hit, fire, and he's out. And again, another fire that's soon to burn out. We're going to use the island to drag on the hull a little bit and slow us down. And throw the enemy, throw the opposition's target off. We've got our shots ready for the Kurfürst there. We pop our heal. There we go. Another 2.7k and another fire. Torpedoes from the Yoshini coming in. We start to take a little bit too much damage here, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull into the island, slow the ship right down, repair, heal. There we go. Give the ship time to heal up, slow down. And I think we're going to switch to the AP in a second as well. We fired quite a lot of HE. I can see we're up to 56,000 damage. Spotted 16, tanked 500,000. We pop around the corner. And here we go, we're loading the AP now. We get a brilliant salvo here with our HE. 10,824 damage. We're a little bit too keen on the rudder, but we put our foot down, we twiggle a little bit. As you can see, the guns have got a really lovely reload as well. Nearly fully reloaded already. So we wait in, we wait in, we wait in, we wait in. Fire the guns, and boom. Devastating strike, double citadel, and we took out the Yoshini. Beautiful work there. We're going to pop our heal in a second. There goes the heal. We're going to try and angle against the Republic. The Omri's firing HEs, there's not much we can do. Big AP shells straight into the side of the Republic, hopefully. Unfortunately, they bounced. Not fantastic. I think he turned a little bit there, so it wasn't perfect for us. So we're going to keep reloading, keep tweaking and angling. Okay, here we go. Lovely side shots again. Can we get better shots into him? That's better. 11,000 with the AP. At some point we did actually fat finger our defensive AA as well. Luckily our fellow Republic took out theirs, so we've now got time to rest and relax a little bit and reload and rearm the guns. So as you can see, we've got a Kurfürst now Omri in front of us. We're up to 113k with 1.4 million tanked. 68k spotted though, so we've actually been, you know, who says you can't spot in a battleship? Shots out. A couple of 3 overpens there on the Omri. A little bit of damage, not much. We've got the back end of a Kurfürst here. He's fired AP out at us. We are turning a little bit, but we do take a little bit of damage there from him. But our heal's ready, so we've got one heal left after this. We're in the dying ends of this game now, believe it or not. The Henri has popped back up. Shots available. We try and figure out the lead that we need to. Shots out, and again, as you can see, because we're so low health and with adrenaline rush, our guns reload pretty quick. So even though we completely whiffed all 8 shells there on the Henri by not giving enough lead to him, it's not long till we're ready to fire again. So we're going to try again. A little bit more lead this time. That'll do. Send them. Full send. We're back on the HE now. Let's see if we can start racking up a bit more damage. These shells look pretty good. There we go. 10,000 with the HE damage there. 4 penetrations and a fire as well. He's immediately damage conned the fire though. So naughty, naughty Henri. Think you can get away with that, matey. We're just about to load. There we go. We are loaded. We oversteer a little bit, but we readjust. Full send on all 8 guns. These look pretty good. Oh, there we go. 2 of them and a fire, and of course, as we know, he just repairs the fire, so that's going to tick for quite a while. And we're just going to sit back and watch that damage tick up. Let's take another swipe, but this guy's a bit more of a juicy target. I think he's turning a little bit more broadside. Again, full send, all guns out. Shells have got a little bit worse on the dispersion there, however. At 5.4k, solid hit, 2 pens with a HE. Switching back to the Henri now. As you can see, we are quite low on the health actually for a Thunderer. For some reason they're not actually aiming back at us, but we've got almost a sub 20-second reload, 21, 22. Pop a bit more health, which is counterintuitive because it means we are going to slow our reload down. However, I'm not too bothered at this point. We're getting towards the end of the game. We're at 144k with a little bit more to get. We've got a high caliber. We've seen that we can use both the AP and the HE just equally as effective in this game. Of course, we've also heard the deafening gun sounds. I will put an earphone warning on this video for you guys. So there we go. Oh, fire, 3 pens, 8k. Is he going to let it tick? Looks like he's put it out straight away again. But I think we've caught their attention now. We're almost towards the end of the game now. Shots out on the Kurfürst. There we go. Bang, bang. They shut me down. Bang, bang. These hit the ground. 3 pens, 2 none. Looks like he's ticking on fire from somebody there. It's not us. We're on 160k. Not a bad game overall so far. So 160,000 damage, 274k of spotting. So we're doing a really good job of keeping this lit up for the team as well. Are these shots going to hit in time? There we go. We get the kill on the Kurfürst. We did indeed. So 2 kills, 167,698 damage, 1.6 tanked, 75,356 spotted as well. So come on, destroyer players. Let's see let's see these triple figures, spotting figures you should be doing. We're only on the front turrets now because of our angle. I don't want to lose any speed, so I'm pulling in so to not hit the white line. But luckily enough, we're almost at the end of the game. 1 pen there for 5.4k, 2 pens, sorry, 5.4k. Seems to be consistent around about the 5.5 to 7,000 damage for 2 penetrations from these 457 mils. We've no sight on the Henri, but as you can see, the timer is ticking really quickly. 978, 981, 984, 987, 990. There we go. The other guy in the same scene did 180k. We're almost there with him. 4 more points. And there we go. End of the match.